If I had to grab you, boy, I'd sort you right out. I'll try it if you want. When you go and face them face to face, one-to-one, you scream like out for the police. Let's go for it! Whoa!
George Reynolds says he's one of Britain's richest men, but he's feared by his critics.
They'll give a load of slobber if they're in a group, you know? So what I do, I find out where they live and I go to their house about 2:20 in the morning, because you always catch them in at that time, knock on the door, and they're giving it, oh, I don't know what to do with it, I'll ring the police.
In his hometown of Sunderland, the former safecracker is revered as a hero.
No wrong with the man. Just won't give him a chance, you lot. Come on, George.
Now he's chairman of Darlington Football Club, a self-made millionaire who confronts his critics using his own set of rules.
And these people who chuck it out can never take it back. They're all right in a group, but if you get them individual on their own, boy, I've seen them, they scream like pigs.
On the outskirts of Darlington, George Reynolds is building a Premiership football stadium for a third division club. We followed him during the final months of its construction. We found a man of contradictions, a boss who runs the club according to his own unique code of conduct.
What are you doing, kicking bottles about? It's only a bottle. I'll pick it up and put it to one side. Don't, If you can't do it, if you're not going to do the job, go. If you're not going to do the job, you're no good to me. Here, give us it here, and off you go. Here, we don't need you.
I don't need you, have you?
Go on, off you go.
Don't grab me up.
If I had to grab you, boy, I'd sort you right out. I'll try it if you want. Pick that up. Off you go.
The sacked steward isn't around long enough to see what happens next.
The two big things that turn me on, besides me missus, is I love proving people wrong. Oh, I love that.
George Reynolds grew up in Sunderland, where his tough upbringing shaped his fiery character.
Over here, many years ago, this used to be a slum. This used to be the old dockyard, and the tankers used to come in here, unload diesel and that, crude oil over there. There was a little power station. This was an absolute shambles. And it was very, very hard, because down here, you either stole or starved. And if you didn't steal, you starved. And if you stole them, you got bloody caught, you know? And the thing about it is, it was a great atmosphere down here, and you had to be able to fight, you know? There was nothing, bare knuckle fighting was a regular thing down there. You used to get stuck in there, and it was really good. A ship used to come out called the Netherlands Coast, and used to run to Rotterdam to here, and you couldn't get watches in them days. And they used to fetch a parcel of watches in, and I used to pick them up from the boat. Yeah, I got done for smuggling to finish.
So was that your first time inside?
That was my first time, 6 months. It's on my antecedents, I got done for smuggling. And it's a very rare offence. And, of course, things go on from there, and it was in the papers, and your reputation and your hype builds up from there all the time, you know?
And did you enjoy that reputation?
Well, at that time, at that age, I suppose I did, you know. Yeah. But as you get older, things change.
But when he bought a football club, it wasn't Sunderland, it was lowly Darlington. 2 years ago, the countdown to a brand new stadium on a greenfield site began.
For roughly the same money that another multimillionaire spent on a week's holiday in space, George Reynolds is buying a football stadium.
Oh, I'm very excited about it. There's nothing I would like better to see Darlington in Premier Division. What an achievement.
But as the new era loomed, it meant the end of an era at Feetham's, home for generations of Darlington fans.
Feetham's a nice little ground. All Feetham's needs, really, is a big JCB putting through it. I've got to be honest with you, I love this Feetham's. I love this like a hole in the head. The customer is always wrong. There.
It's an unusual business philosophy, but it doesn't seem to have done George any harm. He made his fortune out of chipboard. His wealth's been put at £75 million, but he claims he's worth £200 million more.
People must accept this. It's a serious offence, especially in the north of England. It's a very, very serious offence. In fact, it's a criminal charge. To be successful, ambitious, and to work hard. It's an offence. You can get locked up for it. I've been locked up for it in the past.
Back at the stadium, and there's 3 months to go. And with so much work to do, critics say it'll never open on time. At first, George Reynolds worked well with the media, trading on his criminal past. But he plays by his own rules, confronting journalists head-on when coverage doesn't go his way.
People are all right in groups till you knock on their front door at 2:20 in the morning. They don't like that. Anybody has a go at me, I find out where they live and I go and knock on the door. But as soon as I do that, they ring the police.
I must stress that at the moment, we have on the whole a hard-working and diligent set of lads on our team, many of whom put in consistent performances.
Mrs. Reynolds is a key figure too, and can also be controversial.
It isn't unknown for games to be thrown deliberately at this time of year by way of favours.
When the players walked out during a speech by George's wife, Darlington made national headlines. George took it personally, claiming the publicity hurt his family. He's found a local target, Peter Barron, editor of the Northern Echo. The club chairman's been to the editor's home several times.
It's just me and Peter Barron, the editor of the Northern Echo. He doesn't like me and I don't like him. Like the police said to me, well, it's upset his wife and kids. So what? What's so special about that? If it's good enough to upset my wife and kids, why shouldn't his wife and kids be upset? I'm prepared to sit down head to head, but he can't answer the questions. And it's no good him ringing the police, because what can the police do?
Police confirm they've investigated a complaint against George Reynolds, but no further action's been taken.
He'll get sick before I do. That's a dead cert.
The Northern Echo did not take part in this programme. In its only public comment, the paper wrote, "It cannot go on. We support Darlington Football Club, but its chairman is not above the law. Mr. Reynolds must be seen to be playing by the rules."
There's people that focus on this side of you and then just label you as a bad man, pure and simple.
Well, why don't they label it on the press who make the wrong accusations? They slaughter everybody that's in business. What about Beckham? They give him stick. What about his missus? They give him stick. You see, you people are all very good and you're wonderful standing behind a camera or stand and do it in the press. But when you're confronted face to face with it, and they take the same problem you've given to them back to your family, it's all wrong. Why should you do that?
What do I think of George Reynolds? No comment.
Why?
No comment.
Good, bad, indifference.
No comment.
No comment.
personally, so no comment. No comment.
I don't want to say that.
What do you think of George Reynolds?
I'll make the same comment as my friend on the end. No comment whatsoever.
Why should you be scared of me? I'm 67, and you get 20 young lads, 19 to 25. What chance would I have against them? But they won't have it on a one-to-one, so who's the cowards?
4 days to go and the crucial safety licence hangs on a backup generator being installed. And the hands-on chairman's not afraid to roll up his sleeves.